they want to eclipse the income. They will help assist you with a year collateral. Na eno nebe bua we ye pa. Na open pocho one more ewa dem 10 new site. One more be the Moses Hospital. For one more na when you money from 0543 832466 0543 832466. Now when eclipse collateral management, changing promoting safety and a decent income. Brian Munsha Wansa Naminya Jume Emra. It is only 40 after 7. I had Kessben 92 points. Na fin wa join here. Ma yena wasia do pay na Benny Sia executive director Eddie Masemse. Na nkomoi eba ye no na edia and red shidie na the claims nyina no and they said the investigation committee no set up by the energy minister no ought to have expanded one mandate yede emma one by now say state institutions in France say one more air kasa we would have gotten finality to this whole matters of missing containers of the electricity company of Ghana. Ben, good morning. That is saying.
Good morning, Peter.
Yes, and some of your suggestions, Anna Medical Abuboso Anope, clearly the former MD for ECG, Samuel Dubik Mahama, Efrasia Wakasa, revelations are eba correspondence what Troye Edema the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Customs Division, our port at the time I more shas yes one more betting me auction some of the containers and in Komodia eba. Plus the revelation ababa beto dwase even as at January or better still March this year na the National Security Coordinator Atron Krata indicated say and they omo for some of the containers to Abelimpi warehouse of the National Security Council. Ni nyina no ejina shobima and they incommodie no take a different turn. Mamintio on some of this document say ye ka say e won mountain so a weni atimi ehun.
That's many. The summarize documents are near to pick about and documents and so about 2025 year conclude a position the kind of cars containers no interim free port abra Ghana Revenue Authority and Yahweh. The containers no interim free port abra Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority and Yahweh. Containers no interim free port abra Ghana Standard Authority and Yahweh. And a containers no interim free port abra the Customs Division of the GRA no and Yahweh. So we have correspondence between Samuel Dubik and the Commissioner General then of GRA. It confirms our position. Say, yet then containers no GRA enim hubi na mwa say bepimene no omon kasai. Grandi Samuel the documents be about. Nti ye say yeti omon so the entire omo auction containers na bra as a first respondent to the containers no and as obi import containers ne ba ne ya na kwenya ama ono ambe clear the goods because of them brana say containers no eba na say call UCL under declared cargo akwa under declared cargo no ono import container ne ba ye no e wo ho akan what is that for 21 days so want to me unclear ye free terminals move either Atlas and aba be free onina e the call some of the GRA terminals because I was a clear port no na yatimi e the pro abisi ye clear na the kwa within 60 days and e the more ye was so betia want to me antia nano ma ho akwanya say was so auction but so be auction na e was a nipa na o import buy no on the first person I was so money say akwanya no so no still want to me ama ambitia auction fee na o de man na na wape ankra ama ono befa these containers but the common no chere say ono ECG kra no na onya we later no oti say GRA auction the containers so why should a state agency another state agency while within the same government import containers na one man na kwenya so no be clear kane na afi waton containers na so auction containers ama ni ba it confirms our position say containers ni nyirai a GRA staff omubi ena omo ayeka na aton containers no. But the second position is a containers na yaton no eye den a ebesamba ECG ho. Because this is a black market, a cartel. You import to Niemaba. That's a Niemano, Ubi and Jimmy and Claire. No more for coin miso. You confiscate, allocate a man crankre, and I say auction a mal and crankre. Auction let your crown sometimes. A discaka crabber because auction no will be a bedi, will be a bit more bedi, even sometimes more than the cost of importation. And that's a CIF. But near me, because I say allocate crana, allocation it me exempt a lot of duties, Nenema, Nadia Chofri. And to become crano, not a be near auction, a be allocation. These allocations are a toy was a utiama, a bino, untiasa tuono. And now sometimes also no demurrage a can contain an AC1 also tear demurrage fees in no crano.
Yeah.
And untia. Sometimes even shipping fee no cross a allocation of untia. Nti se GRA allocate these goods and a consignment be at the demand individuals there. That means that some individuals, some shipping fee, demurrage fee, all the duties ne also mutiano. Some individual and rekra na wantia, obetia kumabi. Nti your position is a say GRA e be kasa. Na em won say Mr. Speaker, mo kasa say bia GRA ai na bi say on kasa. Because the documents e be nyina na kire say GRA auction containers maybe.
Yeah.
Some auction containers or auction wine. This let us know.
Very well. But Ben Jinasumame, let's do this exercise. And let us ye kura wahanoma ye intercept on the 2nd of March 2023. Mind you, we have said containers no our port for over 3 years now. And on the 2nd of March 2023, this is a letter written to the Commissioner General, Ghana Revenue Authority. Dear sir, request for the halt of auctioning of ECG, PDS consignment and containers at the ports. We wish to respectively apply for an extension of time to clear various consignment of goods standing in the name of ECG and or PDS and request for a halt on any pending auctioning of the said goods or containers. 1. As you may recall, the Electricity Company of Ghana and the government of Ghana terminated various transaction agreements that were entered into with the Power Distribution Services Company Limited, PDS, on the 23rd October and 28th October 2019, respectively. 2. Following the termination, efforts were made to meet with PDS to discuss settlement of outstanding obligations arising as a consequence of the termination, but to no avail. PDS rather gave ECG and the government of Ghana notices of dispute under the transaction agreement and has subsequently initiated legal action against ECG under the dispute resolution provisions in the transaction agreement. PDS and ECG were also defending claims from third parties in respect of actions taken during the pendency of the transaction agreement. 3. We are aware that there are some containers at the port which have been consigned to ECG and PDS and have not been cleared, and which content may be part of the subject matter of the claims brought against ECG. We are, however, not aware of whether PDS has at any time applied for an extension of time to clear the goods which are consigned to it and are currently still at the port. Now, it goes further to state on point 4, say, we also recognize the right of GRA to list the consignment of goods as under-declared cargo, overstayed containers, and initiate auctioning procedures after gazetting the notification to the owners. In this connection, we are reliably informed that some consigned ECG and PDS containers are being processed for auctioning by the GRA Customs Division, TEMA. Such an action could negatively affect ECG and GOG's successful defense to the claims by PDS. We accordingly hereby respectively request your intervention to formally notify the Customs Division of the GRA of this state of affairs and direct a halt to any plan or ongoing auctioning of the said consignment until such time that we have managed a resolution of the dispute. We wish to also advise that the Customs Division TEMA formally write to PDS and inform them of the unclearing of the consignment standing in their name and the intention of the Customs Division to auction the containers and content thereof in accordance with their standing orders and request their reaction to this information. Your kind assistance in this regard would be much appreciated. And this was signed by Samuel Dubik Mahama, Managing Director. Copies of these letters were sent to the Chief of Staff, the Attorney General Asaden, the Honorable Minister for National Security, Energy Minister, Minister for Finance, Executive Director for YOCO, Director General Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, and then the Assistant Commissioner for GRA, Customs Division. And Ben, what kind of letter say? I mean, the request of the ECG, was very clear. So because of the lapses and the differences between ECG and the PDS, based on the agreement I terminated, I'm a confusion about, and then PDS at the time had gone to court almost raising issues against ECG. For that reason, I mean, Nankes say GRA etwen and nase and sana say auction bibe koso kra na eteme akoso. I mean, was it too late to have written to the GRA and at the time I later we call na say at all costs one more seize the auctioning of some of the things one more can turn that.
I mean, I think that it was not late. ECG any foreknowledge of that particular intention by GRA. And the moment of foreknowledge, there was some communicated to GRA say, "Yentumi clear, into your UCL. UCL means undeclared cargo list." And he said, "Yentumi clear, and I say UCL. The obey say obey so maya kanya say in one of the correspondence, grano, only PDS wanted to settle on case, Nebum, not still Customs Division of the GRA. Any already said obey or more a case, and they said on auction on auction some of these containers. Then I make us say minia pamno jano and answer yachino. They say correspondence in a banner say GRA for a bon sans semi a cosin.
Okay.
And she said GRA for who bon sans semi moi. Namika say or sanka committee extended the mandate, but o want to extend it. Yes, say GRA for. Ye per se finality eba matter. Ye can say yes, we na ton you say the idea chronobi also. But they should stick on this matter. Because the moment you make us all matter with minia, I said no at all. It was so many who said containers 1,357 or 1,346 containers yes here. It was here who said why the back clear auction ma wine company bank and a beneficiary of this particular auction. They bank and no more auctions are near my time bank and no more auction yes. Say net day back one number of days and a number of years of the auctions are near my so that Yamray and Honka say a minister and so another committee. Yamray and Honka say another committee almost welcome tea about Micah. Sakan and a yempe because already your containers are here boka. This also what it committees, not committee, no at least on budget city allowance here. It's not yet. Yes, and even before auction and no can medical say, dear GSC phone. Said, circulated national security cry, and my instructions say, or more and Katibi and free some of the terminals, and found more warehouses.
Yes, but my main kinds of letter, now the concerns are Ghana for the donor a reason is yes, it containers are, but why hasn't the minister been transparent enough to say yes, containers in Ukraine say IRA in that huge numbers, there are a portion of it national security for Anna Emma directive say MCO Omo warehouse. Now this letter is dated the 7th day of March. Okay, 2025 this year, yeah. Bosumia Echemwe. Now, this is what it says. The Director General, Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, Accra, request for assistance to evacuate 706 ECG containers. You are kindly informed of plans to evacuate the list of attached containers belonging to the Electricity Company of Ghana to the Abelempe warehouse of the National Security Council. Meanwhile, all port charges be suspended on the said containers pending outcome of ongoing investigation on same. Regards. And this was signed by Mr. Osman Abdul Razak, National Security Coordinator. And someone lifted 706 containers from the shipyards near there. Now, what they call mo warehouse a war Abelimpe. The presumption is that this 706, might be part of the 1,300 that you said the IRA. So why wasn't the minister transparent about this directive? Free National Security Coordinator Hobai.
But that's many. I think that we have to read the letter carefully and understand it, especially the last part and all kind of investigation. Would you say this investigation by the Minister of Energy and Green starting before 7th March? Until before 7th March, and that reconciliation, not any balance. Because report a ministry, AGA from the transition, that 3,000. Minister visited there somewhere in February. And who said no. GRA also a different thing. The ministry started the investigation before the 7th March. And I think within that time, and the National Security who said no. Problem or and as a ministry also starting investigation through that particular committee, ABA by 7th, I'm just saying ABA by 7th, they had finished their report or more investigations. I will put your report together because report came around 25th March. What is happening? They said during the investigation the National Security who said no. And I say, report to my ministry, no, no, near money be anyhow. I say, near money be a national security per se or more so that it being signed, I'm just giving some of these analysis.
Okay.
But it, some of these correspondence ought to have also been made earlier by national security because I'm coming cancer me let's say out and can be great new sensations now and that hastily conclusions have been draw say 1,346 or 1,357 and Kaemma. So he also tells the state institutions, the agencies, they must be proactive in sharing information. Because what Naswa, a demo will be for again say no, I didn't plan out. A bit my said this 706 containers, 1,000, 1,300. A bit means why no question and count minimum the cow seminars and I hear so that a being review, right? But because of the national security, and Casa one come once a minute, and a man go hastily conclude. So many, I think that Osman Alasan, the office, a serious office, and I think that they should take Ghanaian serious. At any time, some of these communications, especially with respect to these containers, I was so very proactive with them. I was almost Casa in them. So that you draw conclusions say, oh, I can't on the annual and no more you Eddie Kubabi so that will be review. Eddie answer the Eddie Kubabi. One way be answer a candy island. So that would be Casantema who said no. And yes, I say it. I think they need to speak to us fast. But the Mr. So, many air station is the Mr. Speaker Moma Jerry in Casa. And I think that you should call them on phone and let them speak and tell us why we are talking about these containers and their silence. They should tell us great bang and why they benefit from this particular option. That's what we want to know.
I see. And I mean, some of the conversation are ever up. We'll look to see. Baby, as I'm coming in, Ebeko Akwakosi. Now, what's the minister so a committee for?
Yes, and I'm saying minister so 93-member committee be say investigative your main who be a the me person me change answer. Flop a dead horse. We are not going to get a solution. The solution is that the minister should just go to GRA and especially the custom division of GRA and then ask them whereabouts of these containers because they know the whereabouts. Or make much they are nipa na omo man we omo clear and we are done. And say yenye committee sukra na you bit abayin no bit ma instruct the new commissioner no say on my details of these containers. Then they have them in their database. Or make much yen here committee BI mananya adwuma bia bi just minister no. Ba bia o hwe containers no enye ho na e wo so hwe. Enye committee bia na bit ma ho containers no e wo GRA. Containers no GSA ni ho bi. Containers national security ho bi. Say or national security ni database because omo na mokeke a yes no bia na kwa na bia na se bia na kwa port wo yenko GRA first Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority database yenko GRA database as custom division and they can tell us where these containers are na yenya committees na they set up no it wastes a lot of time and creates a lot of ambiguity and all unnecessary bickering within the media space and mayenya solution in them and obi bia so ni ho bomb no body sam kra no ye kan wadwane banka within the first week I report about neka say ye fed saying GRA enkasa ho a nka ye hu nipa or this adwuma yi anaso boss akroni anase bia ye auction this particular consignment man no na ya chinipa no tentem enye sa mate say bi ma start adwane free kuma because o mate say o mo be bon atemu.
I see. Very well. Ben, mami na wasi adope. I'm grateful for your time. Why?
That's me.
Ben Sobeda Saint Ben Insia, Executive Director Edema Semse, speaking to us and on the issues of the ECG missing containers. Mamin ko a year ahomaniso na membre biem na many asen south mbashebedwani any enkomo ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now issues about na containers ihun komo ayedi were raising a major concerns about a year the akoso ya the post you know at the better so solely na wati me ho eno achi so enra eno chi no enra osan yensem trofo nhyiemu etire mu se private jet bi abeba ba krom ha eko na they suspect of a year drugs a woman money laundering ni nyina na binding car hwe Honorable Maakye wotemenka Kessben suni
yani am so speaker na pon say
erade adaroma me ho ye na wonso
me so me ho ye pa
my yeshas ye in free Facebook post na yeda sorry ye no ye hu se watchro niema no bebre ewo Facebook on ma ubisa a lot of questions about ECG containers any baby niema ni bia far up till now yentimi enya anoye maminti o consensus no dedi kan anything.
Yo, the kind is a press conference, minority side, no. Na major security issues to be a PP in Bosmimi and saying more, Yentin home penning some at that I will remember for a very long time. And I shall see a PP on the 4th of March, what is said, cocaine Biakupi or Takradi as NDC parliamentary candidate. No, that NDC for I was a candidate 2020 Charles Hagan and none who need a bomb but yente ho hwe biu and what is just 350 million worth of cocaine and so akwaku pio Cape Coast na and what is cross February 9th no national security for na koye operation was happy my war pronubia war crime mantem na omokoto se warehouse bi so no 12 containers are uncle B so 12 20-footer container 12 omu B so gold bars and it's $dollars ni the same and is kaketwa almost disease are containers na baby excess and gold do a womu sikadodo a womu omon fa hon samba tuja empo nipa sika at the airport ya omni say scan be ye no omon emmo so nchire Ghana for na nipa or tertiary ni one year tertiary and the purpose the crop here and now somebody says can be good at Ghana and a cramp. Yente because once the speaker, all these things, you know, what sub regime terrorist activities near extremist activities are so a quite way be so no fast to defend them. And they say, oh, Mamuna who said Sikapudo Bisaku Pio baby you should be concerned and ask a lot of questions. And he said they bought my muscle. So the media for call ye could be so a very to job be a be in. Like 2 months there. It is too much, it is enough for them to update us and remove iguso na yewie yempa say ni say ni akwa kudru na gold no do say sikanen so do say na nipa water say so far the ni man say one allergy na kroma dey so bia the allergy it will cast what you be na your friend allergy anka hwe one more searching you should be able to bring them and then if for some reason anonymity krana so me who so far what nipa be me nsa na say 9 na uguso a wuchi bia ka ho na sikano good bath near do say scan say do say na baby amodi akose safe place bi amomodi na obi ehun say mo ye mo adwuma na anko say titwa say de bi asipan no aba 1 year betu so good ne cry fake scan cry counterfeit na they say ayira ayehun baby akofa 1 year de ba yo 1 year farmer na ko service bi a case adane buati bidin na ne nyina tire no air flight being so amidst this cases of cocaine and money laundering and flights suspicious flights in so free Gran Canaria island be a Spain and bonneja dealing money laundering there and no more ding pa matimu and a 2 free or a BBC kutoka na a bc or bako a woman podi ambulance they first be funu ne ayarefo the vice president yare o Russia no ne ko America sa plane ni bi no ne efanako na we March 20th NBC ha na from Spain no yarefo ben na wo Spain na wo munya hospital bia mfa hwe no a Ghana ha no ne beba enti the BC ha no na yarefo bia na o gina ha for 5 days 25th March ahomatic 1 AM and as our flight ne san to ko ya yarefo bia enem na flight number no ye N8 Air Med flight N823 AM. Na the evidence say at there potty and what they buy and at then what they call it or to empty they buy and the best in the fuel more stand to empty as one they call ya man. Now another private jet and also bar around the same time on Air Med flight it to call the same time 25th March and also then what they buy and then what they call and no crowd will be there 13 days. When any someone the security agencies no informe to you. Na Ghana for command to mu say yes, so flight we by and I say ama. Na ABC Ghana ha then on the buy and I won't cross then on the koi. Na simple woman the boni bi and sikabi the buy ya. I inform la kwan so wo say wo no hwemu ben na adru. So bibia so ni mu a no waka. Na Ghana for akoma to mu yam. We very simple questions are bisa. Yeah, share the moon say minority ni share the moon say Ghana phone na so share ni say aban no e di moon say aba betuga.
Na we no mo hwehwe mu a mo di moni edi sa nkomo nyina achi no tema de hin wo mo lande wo so tema de hin wo mo see here. I mean all this while no in the country per your investigation amaye so far no I mean pilot our the flight by any ade nyina no wo mo nyina no ye den wo Ghana.
Yes, and Kutuka International Airport and Kavok NBC sana MS flight so BC Kavok NB through 12th March NO2 6:40 AM 25th March Sankoye the same location and MS flight in there onu be through 20th March and so Kutuka International Airport wa and O2 year 1 AM ahomachen Ken 1 AM the same 25th March and Otukoye until the ABC say every information related to these two flights, national security for Ekrawom, Ghana Airport Company, Ekrawom, na emuna ho fine. Na se enye bi di boni bi no mbe ye ya. Ghana fu se ni boni bi so mbe ye en mo ye hu hwehwemu no mo che wo mo a. Enso no mama Ghana fu hu titi a.
Me bisa we nyina because yenim say I mean McDan operate the Terminal 1 of the airport. We are told by indication almost all private jets are banning nyinano. Ana SSA womoko. Now could it be sir it is one of partners BAB or mobile business? But just as you are seeking for clarity with the national security no more the crate biako and a true press conference and a motion himself omodi anu ye beba.
Oh Mr. Speaker, we need the message speaking for them. They must come out and provide information. terminal koro no omukusi ene de it is for them to come and provide one now can be no ochina bi ba be yi wa no asibone but for me see the two jano
yeah
the details say mu pa
okay
and no man peni na kasa no na wantumi antena na kunwam kura no no a tweet here the post to Facebook wo hwe ne wall agbo so information they ma wo nyina no they are taking it seriously or assemble all the security agencies CID4 NACOB4 ne NID4 ne adi nyina say wo mo nya hwehwe mu bi e wo mfa ho nsam matudwa enti no wasabo cocaine $350 million ne so say ai no o machi no nti nso hwehwe mu bi ano o mfa matudwa so we are waiting on them they should be quick to give us updates no mo mfa de munim fa ho bi ano matudwa na Ghana fo hu say de ekro
now yamra o post ba kun so na elosa say nra na ene de wodi nkomo ni ye pa again containers ya yire ho nkomo you are asking so many legitimate questions what do you know Ghanaian people know enim
yo o ka say enke bi se mu na wo mo de betu dwa list minister for energy de betu dwa say ayi containers makum be 1,400 or so enya ntaban enya ayredru ayre free airport ho habo ha obi ehun be bie ekoye na no se antin mpani nsam da sa container be nya ayredru ayra wa bra system ni ho security apparatus o nyina o ka kra wan ka so akra bakra one container no o kwa kuyi ahwe bra bre na be kwa ko bas thousands of containers be yira de na no na akwa copy say letter in minority ya intercept and they are to pieces emu 706 containers there national security for na kuyi free a port and you know question ye bi answer 706 containers are letter aba expose national security force one na they request call port wo ekoyi ye no and he fa na wo na then na iwom nneoma iwom no omo atmi akam de ama ECG for na have they accounted for the logistics and equipment and iwom na no e ka de ayira ne ho ana se no se foforo
okay
na de ayira no omo mebu konta yi na ewu 706 ways no e ka ho bi e ka 1,400 na ayira ne ho ana se we different na no so ho kontabu say we need transparent answers because minister and press conference in the oye nyina no or more we suda they are the can contain ayira the ayira no when you move 40 no 706 national security force so fire no and so him no dey call then no dey taben no be page adiama ECG for the omujuma these are the questions we are asking.
Okay, but honorable me sure post here what's attach a letter no Ura Osman Nensa Eshasia, dated 7th of March 2025, right? Yes, could this be, say, when so a part of the already existed na or just as you are asking, no, we can the irony home, or better still, why didn't the minister tell us national security are taking initiative via ETC for the purposes of clarity?
The okay, no, the okay, ayira yehu baby e 40 pen we hu na wo mo ton de ma foreign nationals be
yes Indians and Chinese for be near
na national security for akwachi wom but no nyina mu so amoso and they were creating impression say abai that an person ni nyina ayira and na aba be to just 7th March 2025 ya more national security for mo abai akwa 706 baby e say obi ni baby e wo and you may obinim so that's all sayra yenim enti wellness from this information no eba now omo ebe teach the muyi na Ghana for ehun be bia 1,004 no say what we are saying is that we need every single container bia ECG aboka atuaka $700 million e dia ba ayira no $700 million Mr. Speaker and yes ka ketwa na ka ho asem sa and yes small scandal and da house no. And you know, they should be transparent and accountable. No render accounts. I would down fine. National Security for Minister of Energy. Omunina, you wouldn't fathom biano. Momo farmer tuja. Because some pennies and with the trader. The containers, a beja. port there. And your bakunya mean. And the 706 containers are lecture I suppose one say. I want pencil a year free port I want national security no. Or maybe one contact. Not the Akabians or more farmer.
Very well. Honorable, Yabo Abasun, so, oh, yeah, Juma, and Bibi any beside in common. I don't very grateful. Okay. And Reverend Tim Fojo, former Deputy Education Minister and then Member of Parliament on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party, Anna Yeneno, AD and Komwe. Now, stay with us. Now, Yentuan Kombo DNA. So we'll come to the issues one after the other. But stay with me, maybe na Yatuaso Aye. Juma. I was checking your time is exactly 16 after 8. This is Kessben live on TV and radio. Now, Mamin Court Ahomane Subiem Emra na Yane the Deputy Director General Edema the Narcotic Control Commission na Yane no any Nkomo. Lawyer Chumberi ma kansa no pertment ka machi.
Yeah, good morning, man.
Na Empombo ko dey say woni wo form. Very well. Now, there has been a lot of allegation by the Honorable Member of Parliament, Asin South, on the ticket of the NPP, Reverend Tim Fojo Endra, in a press conference indicating, Oko a year. An airport in the last few days or weeks, there's been 2 private jets, a free Spain, Ababe Parke, Bakon Edi over 13 days, the council over close to 5 days. Womunyano eba womaimo etu koya womu amfendi pebiano ama. Through this press conference, when President Mahama responded, but per where you sit, more any issues that has to do with this flight now. Because the allegations are that Womo are involved with money laundering and then a lot of drugs.
Well, if an airline comes to Ghana, na so air transit, so obey refueling or whatever, Adibiana now subman into a day 70 ABC Ghana assassin. Civil aviation for the airport for another airport company for no. I prompted the intelligence organizations, which include Narcotics Control Commission, and almost prompting one. So yeah, suspicious of anything. We go in to check. If I think it's about 3 weeks ago or so, because the very week I'm using me another report here in the weekend. It was a Sunday. There were some 2 airlines behind about but we are never free our banner that very suspicious. So we went in to check. Yeah, in K9 echo so umko scanning mu yeah who be born. And about that you only let go. So what and it is not new to our working ethics or operations that BB Saba sorry. We will we are informed. And if you are informed, we go in to do our checks and the right thing is done. But what Intim Fodua is doing, or no plan was, but you see, whether intelligence or security organizations, you say you impony and that's info bisa.
Yes.
You relate to the appropriate institution. Now you're taking the appropriate steps. There's a team called the Collaborate Team, where a composition of the national security, the BNI, narcotics, and I think customs also, customs. Yeah, it's in McQueen. Exercise BB every PM our port harbor. Sorry, and airport rather, not the harbor. Airport and I said you was just BB negative be our swap. With our checks and everything, you shim na the LCH but the also yeah picky no. Yeah picky who I was kind of you can now I won't be the
okay.
And to where you can't do anything than to just,
But for the benefit of the doubt and for the sake of the public, information ben na womu really ma mutimi koye search was it the first flight in free Spain na airban in Tiana, but again what was really their purpose womu ye transit and refueling just as you said and more intelligence womu babe yeah because that is where the question
from
is.
So what he has said, the president has directed that we should go in and investigate.
Okay.
So we are going to establish first of all the airline that is the first one of call. na sa bagan ha e be ye den so the make no mani bi betima be ye na matraw no bi an destined to come to Ghana e busu won po an say the make bi an on the full same thing about be gina e be source no all trust so and so bi won so bi emergency land bi na man be si wa and so bi so won po na our bagana e bi bia agasa na e bagana ha it is a way dia all can say the money laundering ne cocaine ne that na e ba mu so yam pasa what did we say buy first question no? And then the next question is what the buyer why and never seen this one never seen one you very sure very man and everything saying a deal could any nipa ban or you know and also you look out for it or for the research and also be asked no to be one yape
okay
but until say you bring us all this information you been I establish this anyway to can you know honorable people do any same be can be an allegation and nothing else.
Very well. And we await the investigation. I'm obey any report. I'm on somebody be break Ghana for. I'm grateful.
Well. Thank you.
And that is the Deputy Director General Edema, the Narcotic Control Commission, lawyer Chumberema speaking to us. And the issues are very clear. But President Mahama, on these allegations, make a post on his Facebook wall or say, my attention has been drawn to allegations made at a press conference by an honorable member of parliament, Reverend John Intim Fojo, regarding two suspicious flights arriving at the Kotoka International Airport, suspected to be involved in drug trafficking and money laundering. Government takes all allegations seriously and to ensure a thorough and transparent investigation. I have directed all relevant investigative agencies, including the Narcotics Control Commission, Deputy Director General, the Police CID, and the National Investigations Bureau, NIB, and the National Security Coordinator to immediately fully collaborate with the Honorable Member of Parliament, so he provides all necessary information to investigate the allegations and take all actions necessary to expose the drug dealing. We will maintain zero tolerance for using Ghana as a transit or final destination for drugs or drug trafficking. The NIB made a high-profile bust of drugs last week with a street value of $350 million. And that is the response of the president in his Facebook post on also a directive. And just as the Narcotic Control Commission Deputy Director General they are yet to ascertain all the better particulars regarding the information Honorable Intim Fojo and the Atu Abonten. Stay with us. My messages Emra 0550 929 0550 929 and no any numbers are no pay ya day a juma 25 minutes gone past 8. This is Kessben. Mamema of our Senache na mema na kwaba na menye juma ewo Obatampa Prostate Center for asweye Emra. Yebedi nkoma bedwafo no so betena se na there is a little bit of issue between the Western North Regional Minister and then military task force womo eko tano amia se womo kwakoye operation. The allegations are that military force no drew her womo koye omwedwuma no minister no entered the bush and then in the forest I must say and then stopped them in an attempt to say womo baye no womo amana manie. They didn't give him prior information say womo baba undertake operations etisa. Again there is also an allegation against a company one more award the required mining licenses and as an entry permit into their concession. There's been several claims about the fact that women are involved in that particular illegality. We'll come to that. There is a statement to that effect. Na ye juma we are ye kind in no at the amount na watching me ehu. Marima of our was in a chain and pay na me man akwaba over margin.
Ya me dear.
But you're not important to say.
Ya me adum na munso e.
Erade de yem kwacha yen. Ma yeni nkomo menimzo Obatampa no pe mo bie mo pono no e de ato ho kese pa na eniema papi na so na ewo ho e de na wo ma menimechefo
no kre we de mi chietiefo ni ahwefo a ya jemra eti ni ehwe Kessben anope de tiani se de bia te de ina ni ba ha e post di aje ho nkomo na menimu die de tiani se post di ya di edi amanfo nya pa emre mu de bia me ka se post di are no enya start wa e ti said de udini e di nkranti ana se etu a che so opeso okun wo we dey obekun because post to no eye wa last minute e be cancer ekun na bekun wo na enu ne yade a ya me aye madoma mo hwaduru a enu nti ya me betra ha e bo ho dawuro se de be ya wan ya wasati bi enu no omo eni be wo ho so na wapa ma kira kwan abeje emboa post to ne yade a eye mema nko a emanka ho na eye hunam akwa bia de bia me ka se e bata ejunso twa no ho enu mu na junso no junso twa no friends dodo bra e de junso ne free junso twa no mu ba e be mamu na nam enu asuso na dwuma titru ayi ne se oba ne be ma hia e di nso bi bua ye spams na e ba oba no ho se de be ya e be mba mra na tumi na ntentema ba oba no ho enu nti na ma e mema nkwa na ye wo saa ayi no na saa hunam akwa bia se ho a ehono abo fofre no enlargement na se ehono a ensusuanso a ede ba ne bi ne se de di kampa opposite hono a ebe mo adwonso pii anajo ana so sa adwonso no be tate be se minu miensa sa afa na kwanimu emu a na free uguso a wodwonso pii anajo no be bi na afi dwonso no kan na so ama hwan ha na oye adwonso agu ho enu anso omu a na se ukoja no a onu kro no a ama hwan ojunso kan no ama hwan ha ojunso agu ho no enu anso be ma ebedu baby no Johnson kan so guja so ojunso a kwansi na ntumi junso na etwa se wo chima so otumi ajunso didim ebedu baby no ojunso no se junso ne bakra na tumi ya na sa hodin ana etechen se pressure ojunso na chi be na akofom ntumi junso anu nya din se de eseye omu a ebetumi ama wajunso agu ho ahunim se junso de ebetumi ama osisi ayoya ebetumi ama wajunso boja ebetumi ama mema sam titu akofom a wo se na ho din empam ho din se na akofom na sa ayiwe se eyewa titu no be hospital o hospital a ebe mo aduro de mama ebe ma wo no adwudwe ya o kon adwunso na adwunso no na adwudwo ano buni se relaxing the muscles na ewo prostate no ne o bladder no mu se de be ya obetun adwunso yie nti wuni mu abadwunso bia o doctor no call show ma o chwe do ma me no ho atomi o ho nto abra na wonu maduo ni na no prostate ne a ekofa saade ne ba ne de ehekiri akase ane se ye ebe ye kwasi akwanima kwasi ebedu baby na fe na one day obeso so ojunso no na ojunso aiden esizi embebio a buni friend urinary retention na no na ba o hospital e de roba beto bambam na ya twe ojunso ni na sa de bambam na tum se de be ya obejunso afa saa dudu ben no mu ana kadeta no mu na ya de wei e sa akwanima kadeta ni so ni na no o hospital kadeta nshawa doctor na hunu akwa omo waduro ni ka hono no awie bibia afi de obekọ se obekọ na otwe mienu bia se na otwe mense bia kwese kateta okwa nurse ne behu ade aduro mo pa ne se ayire so ne se painkiller and antibiotic sa anti eye sa ni na pasi tun se kira ka se ne se ye one day obekọ beka se bia o ase yo surgery ana so se one day obekọ ne se ayi cancer na cancer no na di nipa no konde instead of me cancer me shasi cancer se start wa the end result is ebe cancer na cancer so a edo beko otwumu tan a edo beko because e kuro bibia so hunu a e kuro na sa kuro no so eba be didi akọ hunam akọ bi ti se nkasa mu omrabu mu fene onsawa bu mu nti behwe na afi na edidi body ni mu ina last minute na edoko na no na emi aye madoma ma mi ho aduru a me de hwa amanfo nti betana me kasa ya na me pese obi ate ase se obi ka cho supposed to ni aduru a oboa me wona aduru a wo ba na sem de ma wa e be shrink post na ayekese no anormalize no ni bebre na ma hwa omo a omo ba se omo ba Oma koba bana mama o dro ba koba ba no e be san test one na positive den na aba form say ne ka say nkra no a e be shrink no to a level into unu madu ni na den na shrink no last week na fe na normalize na fe no free na eno na me bo hu da ruo say obi a wo sa ti bi enu no men ha ho ntwi ha ho because ya mi adom Yamie ama ache Ghana dia ename so e de boa wonye wo sate be nmu amanfo ba me nchen obitum bizam say doctor na yade we enye hunhum yade me bizam say denti o say ma chinchia ma chia makoma me bebre me kwa makoma me bebre manya yare santi me susu bi hunhum yade ma ka che say bi enye hunhum yade e dro na wunya ye na makachi hade last stop post last stop oba ho beto be na mama na duro be kokonu na fi na afre na odamase bi kwa to samba ba no na ode asida na ebre me nti se me ka se me post duro a na me kan ni bre so nti mpese mo bi ate obi o wo sa te bianimu o te bianimu na se oni mo bi o sa te bianimu a me mfa sa message we what ya me mfa me no man nkame se nipa no mo dia so ode me no ma be ma no me no ma ni 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 mo agent okumase onu so no manie 0249 another 49 61 66 me say 0249 another 49 61 66 no another agent for Western region on so no manie 0246 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58 me ankasa me wo fifi plat last stop e wo yenya no kaso kwantempon no so o du kaso abafa kawo kaso baby the old market station station kasia cars be kumasi cars kwa lodu ho ukọ wa so pe fifi down taxi we taxi na kache driver so bi so ba tampa Usi Johnson Sir Johnson so abana se bese minute miensa na oduru me ho so sa ti bi enu a ma mo bi na dawo na ma nya nitifo enkaka so se be metie yi sikentina me pa me ma batra ha da bi o so obi aye adwuma sikentina o ye adwuma na mom me o hasa me ba bo obi o sa ti bi enu se de be ya it's positive na aje na boso a we chinche onya ohwefo no ma ba se meboa na ma na ide ne ho ato no nkofo bebe na aba me nchen a omo ato mo me se me kan ya me ntumi nkan me tie obi oba frame bia me phone me ni bibia hinta o me sa oba frame ka so me phone because me so obi oba kan se bia David me so obi oba kan se o frame a I dey say we demand so pedro ana so oba me nchen ana so bia oda mase enu pe enu kasa asem tutu a me sa tinti de bia me very interested say me fa me course nti person obi a otem sambre se wo sa ti benu mu a mama obi a nada to na mombra man dwin se bia we chinchin akom me bebra we nya ho tonti no we su ye sa ebia ni bi dabi me we duro a shepherd street ene mitie everyday bia man for free abochi won ya atimi kan abochi a me de duna akomo mo a mo de ho adanse a efrem de bia ma me sene do mo nti me kama se mo na me kan ni bi so se me we duro a shepherd street ye tu ase complete nti ni bia me ka se wotimi kan when ya certain 90% 10% ni so we tu na mo apama chi akwan aba makachi wo ba ho beto ena man tra ho ma obi na dawo se wo sa ti bienu mu a chede kasia obi tumi da ma wo ne se obeche mechi akwan because minim se me bi na me victim of prostitute abra me de ba ya na ha me no michinchi bebre menya mmoa kwezi me ma dum ode adu we she me sa me na me di kan de hwe me ho ma me ho to me ansa na me start di mankrofo a me hu se ampa yade ne den edu ne den eye adwuma ene amanfo di ho danse nti se wotumi kan man dwin bi man pa ba bia ha wa ho emfa so we chia bra me oba ho beto
okay
masam titi a pa me chi akwan me no money 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 license kumasi no man so 0249 49 61 66 0249 49 61 66. Takra Western region numbers and 0246 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58. So Kessben hey so don't be war Mr. Francis or animo ya we down wa papa bi o friend Francis oba otonton herbal medicines they don't be wo pay bi around this area bi a wo pay don't be no tumba oba obe bi ato entino the kakra ho no come to me ama maswatene no
be da se nyame only 36 minutes after 8 high Kessben. Now I'm faster than it be Emma Amalina Children's Haven. I don't pay one more daroma, one more asoyemu yepa. But your ebanis with your beer. Wafe fro na Maakye on your pregnancy journey. But your child care and mother care. Ehuni emenina Amalina for one papa mupa. Ewo one more asoye. But your wood me we mother dear. Baby now we expecting a very good skincare product. A very organic. Benya cloth a safe money body. Nina pacho papa no ahane wo. Amalina dear. Idimye teche I don't pay me come for any amount. Now what fair frame pacho with GSS we shening no as I say free Amalina or Anna Emma. I don't pay so wood see me Amalina ewo branches I won't cry Kumasi Anna Techiman Oban cry I will wager. And I think Kumasi Obehuye, Techiman so Obehuye. And Open Pacho, Mother Care Hunia Menina, free and cool, Cosin Qualam, or Frontaria, Cosi Trollers, car seat, a hodo, crepes, any Diakika Hunina, and Opay, the quality products Ninano, Ewo, Amalina, Children's Haven. Not when he MD and come on, Pacho for your number, see, on 0593 921 777, 0593 921 1777 and after 0501 6724445. Now when you any and come on, so after 0554 215410 and I call www.amelinaonline.com.gh. Now when you any and come on and pay. Dr. Sharp and Daroma, Sharp Heba for Daroma. One more a year, opposing in a drone where I make drama. It was about and with drama so baby and ope would see me now be boosting immune system no ama ahodension kon aba woni pedua mu a esese uyusu opposing you know edrone ebe booster bar Mr. and no any number 1 immune system booster on the Ghanaian market. Herbal shops you know echon be open ododo mo tua and ope for one more on 0246 208496 0246 208496 na woni imboost any enkomo anope na womo ebeje wo so ye Nanake Atunase or a member of the New Patriotic Party communication team Alote Atunase Meaminia Enono Emmanuel former parliamentary candidate for the NDC and Yaso Chum constituency is also seated. Now reports he got Atunase go report matching
Abejusu.
That is saying
Nyamia Dumara kwa.
Bibia the D.
Bibia the D. I'm sure military attire. No. Very beautiful. Yes. There's a military. You are police there.
I see.
Oh, I am a Tasha. More police color. Yeah. There's a military one. Yes. Yes. There's a
I said no normal. See, I didn't have your
baby simple like ABCD.
And I came with the shop.
Sabri, I say MPP for Contractual. I say Dr. Bamiaso and then Kufado. Yes, I'm good to have.
Omo Contractual. Yes. On I saw did birthday. It's first birthday or Kochia and any idea.
Oh, and there's a roll.
Okonima.
There's a roll is a Kofo lunch in the book roll is Bassi.
As I know you didn't talk about I can imagine.
Major Suminia.
That important to say.
I'm here, Pa. Mijis also here.
I did the enquiry.
Cigar did as a man, or two other beer, the open so the paper to home. And don't go party. So on and offer. Don't go party no fun any brand in Tokwan. And Yamino will be Sabitan Tokwan once.
I see.
You guys will be chill.
Yeah, I just.
Marine Chaminality. I'll imagine.
Speaker, me jusu.
Na empomboko there.
Nyame adom. Beko. Beko. Ma minso mi fa akonya winchia ya wo studio. Anope mi chi obia. Na minchia ahwefo na etiefo nso anope. Na minchia mi microphone nso ewo. Anya so to manopia mu tie mi mi chi obia wa anya so to. Na minchia ndi simpen fo nso nyina. Na minchia ora John Dramani Mahama. Anope bibia obia nyame embo ne ho ban na ombo no. Na man, more ideas to change things in the country. Let's speak Amidasi.
Menso Medasi. Mame enchia Dr. Ramsey. Doc Maakye.
Speaker.
I don't pay do I late name him so mo.
Oh, there be wait here.
The late Alaji so am right na mo so.
Hey, the late who did
Aweja na mo enam dem.
Who did the late to me this say hey.
Awoye late ya.
Speaker me ma Maakye.
The late wo.
Late come.
Me ma Maakye.
Mejo so.
Esa so ma me nuanum fu Maakye. Na ke ni Honorable Alotene Ziga. Indeed, the Ziga man. Yeah. Na Speaker Mensusa Menchia Yera Chief Imam. Sheikh Osman Sharbutu Anopawe. Na onim se ikremufo no yewie Ramadan. Na yewie no ye the first festival and a celebration called the Eid al-Fitr at the Chichiru. Okay. Aye ni ye kama. Na Chief Imam aye Empire Bobby ma Ghana na okasa kasabi na sempeni form wo krom hanum. So mbetie the wisdom of that man. Juma. I'm sure say going forward no we can be able to strengthen our governance system and the peace and harmony that we enjoy as a Ghanaian society.
Okay. Very well. May I say, Doctor, Nyame Israel, we about to council. You know, some pay no mobile be my anti Nyame Israel munina. Message you on na ke ho, but na ke before me ba ho no ma mentin komo we in free hotel. Na there's been several allegations and issues happening in the Western North region. There is an ongoing military operation within the Tanzania forest. Now we are told that military no echo hoso moko ye adwuma no they were confronted by the Western North regional minister within the forest. Say womo ba be ye adwuma no womo amona manie minister eyi ne ho ano in an interview with Joy News. You try your best to say you betimi anya no na ye ne no edi enkomo na the tintin in the theater nyina say mamin kind statement no na afi yentoa so na yenye adwuma. There is a rejoinder. Clean Jobs Resources Limited denies allegation of illegal mining. Clean Jobs Resources Limited categorically denies allegations made by the Western North Regional Minister regarding its involvement in illegal mining activities within the Tanzania Forest Reserve. Clean Jobs Resources Limited is a reputable organization dedicated to upholding the highest standards of environmental protection and legal compliance, insisting that we operate strictly within the bounds of Ghana's minerals and mining regulations, specifically Act 703. Our engineers are currently setting up our site infrastructure outside the forest reserve in accordance with the EPA and Forestry Commission regulations. Management asserts that it has not yet commenced mining operations on our concession within the Tanzania Forest Reserve and has been actively working to combat illegal mining with the Forestry Commission's Rapid Response Team together with the military within its concession boundaries. It is a known fact that we have rather become helpless since we got our mining lease, and it has rather turned into fighting illegal miners. Our Staff and Forestry Commission Rapid Response Team have been attacked in the past by these groups. Subsequently, we wrote to the National Security Council for their intervention after the Enchi police failed us on several occasions. It is rather shocking for the regional minister who knows our company very well and the challenges confronted us on the ground and has visited our head office where we sought his help to deal with these illegal miners to enable us commence our project would rather turn round and attribute the ongoing destruction to our brand and shield the real known perpetrators. We are by this statement urging the Honourable Minister to retract such a defamatory comment. Prior to this military operation, the company had even gone further to seek legal redress in court and had acquired injunctions on the said property and supported the security agencies, especially the military, to arrest and impound equipment within the Tano Amia Forest Reserve and sought preservation orders through the civil claim, which we have duly informed the Honourable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Where is the logic for us to be involved in illegal mining activities on our own concession and same time inform the Forestry Commission, National Security, and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to help us clear the illegal miners? The company wishes to affirm its commitment to a rigorous environmental and legal assessment before beginning any operations, and it has never supported any activities that could harm the Tanoaria Forest Reserve or its ecosystem. Clean Jobs Resources Limited therefore invite all relevant stakeholders to engage in a constructive dialogue to clarify this misunderstanding and support the fight against this destruction. The company urges the public to disregard false accusations and continue to support its efforts to create a positive impact in the local communities as they are known for. And there is a statement Clean Jobs Resources Limited issue about that particular allegation. We're doing our best. We'll get into contact with the Western North Regional Minister na yetimi edin komo. But the yedi kabo boso no yedin komo bebre about the missing containers, allegations of a year flight babesi Ghana, almost so drugs and money laundering near the Yeni Reverend Tim Forjon so edi ho enkomo. But that is where we begin from. Anope. But me enshas here war nanake so na mintie no nanake Maakye bia ma mintie for Simedu.
Yo me da se me chia for ne ahwefo. That's because radio so far on.
Your radio, your Kessben TV and your Kessben Plus NT. Baby
will be a in free in Facebook phone and MPP Mass no masinkunya na womu share no mutie Kessben efidikasi nso. Mr. Speaker, and maybe a kosukre mu na mama starting free missing of containers. Na me ye yenum biadum ema ye get close to customs, GRA, national security to have access to certain information. So I'll brief our viewers on this missing. It may cannot create in a time or so. It's better say be educating for you. My man starting free and sana be imported and the man now dia bagana. And sana be a bit me importing the man now dia ball my. First of all, where assessment who say and man be do a duty say na metua. Okay. Na me wa hoden say metua and sakura no wato. Into ye ni nyina wi na on man be do porter. Ma men kan say niema bia ni we betimi ayere free port. Gapoha customs enim baby niema ne wo.
I see.
Bibi e ba port ho bia omo na receive and no master giving it out. Gapoha be make sure so agene charges. Custom be make sure so agi duties they are more minor. Ama they are convinced that duty what you are accurate duty. Who to ya ne sakura ne man nam kwan so custom voting beche. As I return back to the port. Said the utu ya no is a inti koneko to ye become one sana ye release it. And national security for also can ho bia. Uko tema port se sia national security e wo port the gate ni nyina no.
Okay.
Enti niema no se wuntu ya untimi mfempie. Un bia ntimi momura tema port so akotam container abra the authorities no enim ho hwe. Enti me I don't see why are we abeye dede say missing container bia nyira.
Right.
Enipa e na afa container no. Omo afa container no motiase omunwi. So minister enyabotre no anya proper investigations. Obehu baby a containers in the war. The atosumi, there's another process a cost report.
Okay.
O de woni ema ba. Once a Ghana for bebre soon about government confiscating their goods, their cars and things. And near money ba bedru na 60 days na de ma on so na se wantimi ankotua duty
ma 60 days which is
yes.
bosomi mienu okay
wantimi ankotua duty but the name your categories perishable no woni 60 days
okay
bibi ti say no bibi ti say nuane chicken those kind of fish near the no woni 60 days and I'm say 2 weeks per because and not the more esi ho na can ye kese because utu electricity bill and yet the more when it comes to refana apple when you say we import biba what do you call it garlic yes
I see
ni nyina sa na ma ni nyina intestines ni ade ka ho asem nyina e ba one plug ama anti say the fridge ma within a week ni nyina be say ma pot wo be bon enti ye wo nko special pot aye fre ho refired
okay
iti refired ho no eniema na pressure bo no nuane adie ni nyina ba ho nom de ko even enduru aye nomun bebre na beduru a ye de refire se be ya ebetimi a plug enu oni bi ho no ma wan fan fridge ma be say ti ni nyina ko ho nom am wo expert omo so omo hwe your custom officers are said that training wo just like a lab technicians now omo na in charge of all those things no ti ansana de ne be pie nkura no mo aye omo bibia wie hu say eye for human consumption ansana FDA for ne omo so de omo de abeka ho enti se woni ma ne bedru na the number of days na de ama on so na wankwa anko yi a aban ekọ bibia e friend UCL ekọ UCL na say why you ready usika you ready now chiro koma customs commissioner say woni ma ba date say ebedru ye ne bia duty financial challenges no afei no watimi register na de kotu ya duty no customs ne much concern na port was so be making sure say we raise revenue amount mine no and when it comes to duty a commissioner bi oye papa bia will release the container for you to pay the duty because auctioneer onya that amount of duty na
okay
and auctioneer
duty no at all the time no will be higher than
the auction value. Yes so duty na was from 2020 na akodi on say yes the same price here to honest will be entiminto
Yeteso.
Near auction. First, na mami clear we microphone bi never been them say if be first offer. It you out in your money buy no. Your mouth that is not true. It serve as punishment to you so abe waste port no. Na wa ma me you near mananko no abe space no. Wa be space na boss for this number of months. It the custom e confiscate here. Onya so sorry ya na custom a church or chete no oton. Or the court their friend publishing. Now I call Gazette for 21 days. 21 days in this so even within the 21 days, you know, or publish say be ya be hunu say wo near man no. We cotton.
Okay.
2 years smart. Now within that period, you know, we can actually commission refer to the auction unit, you know. No more releasing near man or auction the man what me could duty. No afa near mako. And nothing most of the time the Gazette list in the beba na niema no bebre o mu abia honest no hu ye no de mirika be yi ko
okay
but because of the akọ Gazette nti e wo Gazette list nim what you say
but o mu akọje akọ
o ma honest na meje o ma de ko dada de to so biem ye ne se wa ma meje niema na nya Gazette na epie Gazette list ni pia bonten a you can go for it
ye ko
auction no na Ghana fo bebre su sigate bretiti ni mu sorry ne mo remu no okoto wa ultimate resist gas what they call akoye bia microphone business wa kofa microphone free China babedru ebedru ye wa bibia bebom ama wa anya sika nkoto ye duty no ya auction siga soon the capital raise yase do de kofa ne mani nyina hye Ghana for bibia face these challenges and na de minim I can't say emphatically say auction for na auction ECG containers no but I will not be surprised say be honum so ya auction the entire embetimia auction say this particular containers e can want say also say contract na individuals custom auctioneer san obe auction bibi no or head your friend consignee do ode niema ne buy do ode buy a buying institution or tro letter come institution no mo niema say ni say ya ba be di ha time na yedi mumra meyi mo ameyi a ye ni choice because port no eye choga ene ma ba be kansu ni so enti even port for no crowd system bi a omutimi decongestion of the port mo am nneɛma si ebi nneɛma da so support one ma di more than 2 years and nneɛma ne bi one ma di more than 10 years da so support ti di congestion is say omo clear those older yin nyina de kokoto enye yi and is that days in so na say omo gazette wie na fei omo release na omo start say omo auction and no we are why when nneɛma no ntim on sentiment nka
okay
and is omo check it ECG so from information I gather, I don't know how true is it, but the information I gather said they outsource contract to individuals and they import it in Yemano. The Yemano consignee no is not in the name of ECG. It's a name in the name of a private business person. And a pay material phobia mo investigation into the matter. One security expert to be no making very profound statement. Or say nneɛma na aba abɛduru no nkurɔfoɔ na ɛde nneɛma no baayɛ no menim yɛsɛ ɔka ɔmo investigating no ho ebi ECG MD no ɔhɔ den saa de contract ma nipa two companies so ɔmo hwɛ no mu nyi ɔmo nneɛma no ma ɔmo according to ɔpanin no midure fi ne din ɔkasa one of your sisters mean to say o permit me meeting di atodwa anopai no ɔkasa o Peace FM in so mo tie Peace FM no kwasi aboagye ne host show no ɔse two companies no ɔno kwa de ɔbɔ MD ni din two companies ni yi 46 containers no ba ko pɛ ne ba ECG ho 45 no omunim ba bi faaye enti wei okɔ custom for system mu a those containers they don't hear container numbers ombehu agent or clear unya hu agent or clear ya ubehu nipa e de niema no koma no even car e fa niema no ubehu car no driver ne de ubekọ ba bi o de niema no koye enti enye na difficult thing to me enyiraye
but again utie statement wa abonten letters correspondence Dubek Mahama and the Commissioner General for GRA Enyaya clearly no between 2023 and 2022 the consignee was ECG and then PDS. Okay, and per letters ye will be a kind of the consignee is ECG and then PDS. Now, Dubek Mahama in the 2023 letter was Shrodima, the Commissioner General, and said there is a confusion between PDS and ECG. For that reason, no,
which the goods were imported by PDS.
Exactly, but two entities ningina and
that time no not take over no cost
until termination by
PDS is so important in man so the bar strengthen system no and a termination ne buy so me imagine mu die termination ne buy no and near man no mine here even ECG here so they should have taken over. That's what so mutia PDS can work kwa yentua ne kanonko.
Exactly what the letters are saying.
Exactly.
And he said they prompted the Commissioner General, said they should hold on with any auction. Now, among resolving the issues between PDS and then ECG. Then subsequently, no, Commissioner General and more extension of time to clear the goods. There is a specific letter for 2023 and then another letter for 2022.
Said Maakye Kubi. Time mana ura kano kodu da moye commissioner. Oye arrangement bi ma ECG. Utie. Even penalties bi ano manyano because na ye o mining so de enti omo wevu ye. Se mo metua mo normal duties na mo fa mo niema ne nko. Maakye at a point. Ghana Water. Sa ayi alloy no mo friend om de gu nsuo ni ma nite no. Na Ghana Water Company assorted e wo mo warehouse. No more will be a deport. That time, I think we were in the Christmas season. And no more friend, commissioner then. Commissioner say, there's what the be a normal Christmas in the bedding say. Tiwa Dimirika Quatina Dumum. Echo issue statement, Momu release those containers quickly at the command, Ghana Water for. And Sakra and level later Mubabe to ya Omokano. So, Encrophone Pennyphone be a bomb homoding. Babebia Babedri. PDS any ukofa PDS by into my main jamponko ho any ECG
now we see for mama
split na ba ye no
yeah
unim say probability say PDS ebetimi akọ clear niam na high because it was imported in their name. Yebeden swetimi ehunu say ECG for to your PDS ka. Ama niema no abe yo modia. But Mr. Speaker, yemisa we. Me dream say baby abedru no. I was say the politics. E to da nsem bi ayeye NDC MPP ni ejai. Na ye twen krofo bi aso.
Okay.
Hwe procurement director or ECG. Contract by now ne consignees ne signing ye. Send niema ne ba bedru. Meti onoba friend Maakye no nso akoye about chairman some time back.
Yeah.
Also okodru ho no. No hwese krofo important niema ne ba bedru tema porta. Na ECG atua ka ne niema ne gu port ho. Consignee waji ni sika wie mfa ne ho. And say I fan the yes ade we. Or say the procurement director ka chen say no buy do beto ye no no. Enti so mu hia bi urgent no makotua duty no mayi. No mo de aba be ye adwuma. And say there be. And mu change contract na mo sign no. Na importer na nkasa nklan ne niema.
Okay.
Na ye ni importer ne ka. But Mr. Speaker,
okay, si form me.
Me si form no. Ene de me nua no me nsra mo. Em say dwuma de bi nti me free mu ntem. Nti mo ma me sra mo ma me just about 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Me sorry ntem. Me free man as me wu. Me sorry ntem. Late na do so.
God forbid.
Enti baby ya ba bedru no. Me sre. Sa MPP NDC MPP NDC no. Technocrat ni di bone. Oyade ni wi a no akope political party color no de ase ni ma pushi amalote na lote de amame ni aye ne saa na huri sam na ya foolish case baby ya ba bedru no mesre me nuanu MPP for any supporter this government needs omo de omo anya o ma yenye
okay
yen support ni yen fighting rot ne wo system ni mu no because Mr. Speaker who call the prime areas of these nations are nation yet to win. All my 31 matimi asisi na atoto dan ho no. Do do na politicians o. Hwe directors o mu institution government institutions Trasako go and check the owners. Almost salary you say. Civil servants, procurement directors. Me see statement bi papa ne make kura me yemo say me say. O say all my ECG for na bi e ka ho bi. Containers no ma fa kire ne de amankrofo no makoyi. Omo yi wi na ma sa beton de ama ECG. Ene ma na ECG etua Canada no. Na ECG aton mprenu. Ba ko fo bi botomunti. Mr. Speaker, ma me quickly me jump enko ho na me sorry.
Just 10 seconds.
Me da se.
Memra woni anom so na.
Ene ma bi koso about cocaine ne friend say money laundry bi esi o mema eye owura intim fodwo ye ho press conference no. Now the press conference in the moon say what ye na working can be obo NDC former candidate bidin. Say ono ne de ne di ka cheye. Aban na kataso. Onka ho asem. And or the second one ne ba be cover that one no. Enti ye hwehwe ye nyina minister speaker when it comes to these things no when need akiri. Ye nyina ye hwehwe say nipa ye di ka che ne de. And the other second one ne ba ya eno ya publish no. Omo mi yemhu no bibia Speaker, so that now sorry. Now here's a niema way koso. Na binum form who di free. Speaker mamuso mo. Na police if hunu read tofe.
Well,
I will bottom. Na kwa do be faso krimu.
Me da se.
Na obi atimi import o so enso why the day cocaine de ante se. One dem ne ba be free.
Allocation da me.
Yes ramo NDC bi anuanom ne mo.
Alloje, ma memra.
Yeah, support mo. Mon fighting rot no. Na mon fighting ni na Ghana for hwe mo. Mr. Speaker,
thank you.
Mr. Kwame Damase.
Me da se. Ba me ntio alloje.
Is that with your own free mo?
Okay.
Me free mo Mr. Kwame. Wani na wu, wani na wu.
Mr. Speaker. For me for kwenya we sanchia etifo na hwefo nyina no pay biom. Na ECG issues no Mr. Speaker, a serious issue pa. Obroni beka say a damning issues. Na yanhwe and service issue we here ebe high nyina. Say we share reporter Minister for Energy Eddie Appiah Kubi say ECG is owing about 80 billion. On the first they started from 60 I think it was 40 or so, about 50, about 70 and I'm 80 because every day be omu undercover and I say they discover new contracts you sign a ECG and GRA. 80 billion, that's the debt with ECG now. Now, over container issues now, you can want some. Meaning, I can say, and you're right, but it will be same. Say, my thought, you're not saying Sankai, and I say, my thought, I say, and I say, me who be man. Say, it's missing. Those are the ways. It will be same. Is that the person? Is that the right person to hold those items for me? Now, it's strange. I'm told, say, number no crime is more than the 1,300 containers.
I see.
Now about 1,005. Reporter, Minister of Energy, Ora John Jinapo Sakai, about 3,000 say, or more containers and near Megum. By Bebua ECG, a Juma Moyeno. That's the report. But when they went back to check over there, it was around 2,400, almost 2,005. Meaning, say, they even overquoted the initial report. After about 1,005 of the containers are and our containers in so and yes, say phones are minimum to me say bottom and I say pen containers. It can be 40-footer container and I say 20-footer container. Then you report one. So it's an issue we have to look at it critically. Now say if I say young come here, Miss Shepa Minister, ni Attorney General officer, because they are in charge of some of these things. The investigative agency all the checks in search in the department and I say a buying department prosecution attorney general Mr. Pa we know my baby name those that must be held responsible. ECG MD is number one. MD Obo Ejuma at that time period na can one same no number one. Procurement manager, the director, and number two, a key. And I feel so finance director, because you issue the payment and you must check all these things. We are finance director, like you have issued payment. There are a lot of things you check all those things. Say all the approval levels, all these things, all these people must be dealt with because if you have documents in the I'm told say a limit of procuring less than $1 billion. For a particular fiscal year. Okay. Omukosa beyond $7 billion. Meaning say they know what they are about. Meaning say we know it's a planting. And I think so procurement laws nature say every government institution be say Tonyama, you have to resort to the procurement authority. Now they should give you the go ahead say name we know you can go
open tender.
I'm told say they flouted all those rules. Some of them were so some of them no tender, nothing. You fire another man, Nipano say, and I feel so meet and open crime say, even at the ECG office or no, or move on Crawford, they are in charge of clearing things, shipping and clearing issues at the porter. They have a department that is in charge. But we know MD no, every human a third party company. I said to you, say pre-financing or 30 million Ghana cedis. Meaning say, when you know it's a planting, and don't make us say MD. Procurement director,
Kessben.
Director of Finance is a finance manager. Obi biara or chain no. And I face no. Me speaker ni kwakwa no. Ejuma bia ye no. Whether private or public no. You were board. And I say me boy.
Exactly.
You were board omo hwe mu nkrate mu. In fact, every board no omo form committees within the board. Committees omo hwe procurement and finance. Committees omo hwe human resource and welfare. Committees omo hwe several. And the ECG board knows so and this is where we must crack the whip seriously. ECG board say procurement director who a procurement limit of a certain figure. You went far beyond. No, the board must be dealt with. And the board chairman, the board members, and I say board chairman, the board secretary, they must because secretary you receive briefing from the daily operations. Also you table it at the board meeting. Board chairman, every company you will limit and when you say board, they have their limit which me assigning
as managing director.
Managing director, as far as you are going through the laid down procedure, rules and regulations. Our company will say these are the things they say like you have to go through and ensure the right thing is done. You have your limit. Your limit is beyond that amount. It must always come to the board. As the MD, you can never sign. Some time ago. UMB, the then merchant bank, one particular MD. Now MD no many yana ejuma a particular place. Now one of the wholesale directors was bank da me ejuma no. And obey MD. Obe kaipa merchant bank or signing loan beer approval no one seeking approval from the board. It was sacked. It was sacked outright because obi manager beer was in limit. And the limit you have to even go through the laid down procedure and processes. Seek the internal approvals and sana you allow that limit to append your signature to that limit. And now we have the limiter and also it's beyond you. So you have to resort to the board and the board must sign. And I believe say ECG in paying for our limit to procure around $1 billion. Now said they have gone beyond. It says some of them they even procured between $8.2 billion now. Meaning they have to resort to the board. So one board now, then what was the board also doing? Because another report but say these are the operational activities are a course. Nearma ECG eto these are the things. In the board no, what were you doing? And in America say from the board chairman, board secretary, board members at that particular time. We know them.
Must answer.
Yes.
Very well.
We know them and they must all answer to this issue.
My name is Dr. Endesa Sona Mintieno. Doc.
Speaker.
Mamintio on the subject.
Nsema ekoso ewo ye krom hanom yaro ho papa speaker ECG asema ebeto odwano ye nina aye confused. I'm sure more central for crime are confused about the truth as to how many containers
and a buyer
and how many containers na ira. And before every buy no, almost transition committee no on energy, a handover notes. Emma the NDC government say 3,000 containers and almost our porter omo clear. Na the Honorable Minister John Junapo Eco Port said na menu akayeno. It was about 2,450. Actually, the Ababeti say about 1,350 or so are missing. Na minua asama omode e bubo sebi chaskele no. Say hwemu. Me dream say Ghana before any SOE ana aban beto ade AUC no. Say call through the Public Procurement Authority. Some patriotism here.
Yes.
Intino Amon Treyen, the Honorable Minister for Energy, should go and dig those documents and tell us how much worth of these items were procured on behalf of ECG. Secondly, say shipper Edinema Ebema career, your Bibi Bill of Lading.
Yes.
The bill of lading will tell you the quantity, it's a receipt of the items and the destination and the original.
There'll be a free bar, there'll be a
and
nearby a war container.
Yes. So we are calling on the Honorable Minister to furnish the people of Ghana and of course the media with the bill of lading in regards to this issue, so that Speaker, Atinano Yenina Yebehun Ukraine Yebehun Bibri. And now I know Casano, so now Edika and Kayano. ECG is riddled with a debt of 80 billion Ghana cedis. Now, over 80 billion debt now. IPPs, independent power producers, no. Omudi Omuka $1.6 billion. The Etosumienu, your friend baby legacy debt, the energy sector legacy debt, is standing at $2.1 billion, which is 2.7% of our GDP. Speaker, IMF for our flag Ghana's energy sector as high risk. Adia Chen say, Etina say investor be back. Na o scanner opeso boa Ghana's energy sector na. On fanisi gangoshim. Because a high risk. Na adia high risk e better than odu usika koshim. Until we are in a serious crisis when it comes to our energy sector. And sene etieno o hwe the management of our state-owned enterprises and the way the political class have handled various government agencies in this country. Speaker, this country has been run like a principality. As a omo de omo pe omo be ye omo fum braso omo mfa bibia ho. And this is how we have been being led by these corrupt officials. Minu Akasa no Dubik Mahama was a former MD. The current minority leader was also the former board chair. The former vice presidential candidate for the MPP, the Honorable Martin Opoku Prempeh, was also the Minister for Energy during that time. Yes. And they have to come and answer to these findings. I say yedi omuba na yedi omuba na ombe hwehwemu na omumbe answer to the people of Ghana as to what happened in regards to ECG. Ohwe the Dubai Bahama de betu dwa. There was a time say ECG containers no Eka port. Now one of the reasons why they were not able to clear it because they didn't want to have any legal issues with PDS. Until no delay, you know. Now PDS are 71 at the buy. PDS and now we've lost over $100 million in regards to the PDS scandal.
$100 million
over in regards to the and we have also lost.
They took if anything every customer so 1.5 billion.
1.5 billion
in the account. Up to now they have not accounted for that money.
Yes, and that is over $1 billion cedis. Now the US Millennium Challenge Fund, which was seeking to support our energy sector, because of the former MPP presidential candidates shenanigans, right, in the PDS ECD deal, where he changed a condition precedent to a condition subsequent. Okay.
Yeah.
And they use a fraudulent insurance company to front this deal. And then we've lost that money. And now US for no Speaker, can you imagine if MPP broke the 8? Speaker,
me too.
I can find this way in and come breaking. All these corrupt findings, corrupt practices, corrupt scandals in and come breaking. Sure. And this is a clarion call to the president. Sure. Ghana, we have been having these corrupt scandals since the inception of our Fourth Republic for so long. Yenchi obia. Na obi korea appointing anase banche kra or kodan sawam 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But penyin be to office in a government agency.
That's for mommy.
Abai minister ho, they act in a contumacious manner and act in a corrupt manner against the interests of the people of Ghana. Obia and Chuomo. Since the inception of our Fourth Republic, Nkrofu ahina ya Chuomo. We come back here and we are talking about corruption. If we are not able to strengthen your institutions now, Speaker, we are not going to find amicable solutions towards corruption. Corruption has been there since Adam. And let me make this point. In 2020 and in 2019 and 2020, Yera Honorable Alan Kojo Tramantin was the Minister for Trade at that time. He introduced a system called ICOMS together with the Korean government, Unipass. On the G8 link for a year partnership. Introduce ICOMS over your ports. Your ports, the Ghana's ports has become as an arena for corruption, right? And smuggling of gold and drugs and all other items into the country. Speaker, ICOM system now or the buyer no na nkrofu bebre.
Just 10 seconds now.
Nkrofu bebre ekotia sa system now or the buyer. Can you imagine say 2020 within 3 months of the introduction of that system no, the ports rigged in 3.65 billion cedis into its account. And to the Speaker, when it comes to fighting corruption, when it comes to the vision need the kika we should learn and take inspiration from Honorable Alan Kojo.
Thank you very much. It is only 20 minutes after 9. This is Kessben 92.9. We are live on radio at Faith TV. Oyusu DSTV, channel 364, Ewo DSTV, Kessben TV, and channel 121, Go TV. More Oyusu digital, and so Kessben Plus, and Ope Wunyaye, or better still, I said that TV. Osha will listen, so I'll be home now. I don't pay my consent to the Brame kind of messages. Maybe I'm a my man African Ponziga, so na mintie no simbedu. Go report my mintie.
Yes, Kwame. Kwame Didikan, President Mahama. And the Facebook and the Twitter now the buying. Yes, I think that why you do my pa, but people wouldn't understand why or my penina kasa. Ababe Sadem. Kwame. 2008. Abranti bini efena Antonio Mazzelletti. Na Antonio Mazzelletti on a UN office drugs and crimes. UN office drugs and crimes. Or a regional head of UN office drugs and crimes in this country. And was say Nigerians gangs began smuggling heroin through the country, in this country. This is what you told the UN about this country. You understand? Then, 2006, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency had described Ghana as the common transit country for heroin. Common transit country for heroin. And almost describe Ghana say it is no more Gold Coast, but it is Coke Coast. Yes, yeah, coca. It's a cocaine in the short form. Okay. Then, the following year, Patrick Smith, or your editor of newsletter, African Confidential, at the Reuters.
Reuters.
Yes, Reuters. Also say tons of cocaine vanishing from police surveillance. And it is extremely serious threat, not only Ghana, but entire West Africa. Na cocaine na police for you. This is what the guy said. You understand? Anna, the year was actualized by allegation. COP Neta Kofi Boachi. Indego and Elijah Bass issue. Then Grace Asibi and Susu cocaine issue. You remember that story? Yes. There's another 2 British teenagers be Albekai way back. One more day cocaine worth of 300,000 pounds. And share laptop bags. They were arrested at Kotoka International Airport. Okay. Anna, Mr. Honorable Amwati, and Kranza Member of Parliament, this is your chin in New York, so the cocaine. So all these things are ne urban. These activities no actualize it. Then the WikiLeaks essay, Ghanaian police helped drug smugglers evade security. WikiLeaks in 2010. He was talking about WikiLeaks, you know, say be a 206, 207, but it leaked in 2010. You understand? Was say Ghanaian police helped drug smugglers evade security, described as also a coast. Ghana was on the radar of some international community. They were ready to blacklist it.
They were on the radar.
On the radar to be blacklisted. Kwame, and a President Kofodi Friabem. So, that picture we say, any pair this one, and next will say, if say President Kofo, despite say the White House, say President Kofo now, it be like some of the international communities to be blacklisted in this country because of how one year fighting cocaine was too shallow at that time. Now listen. It's for do us now about Kwame, and you're very serious. I'm telling you, and you're very serious. So me sure pass subtly. That is the reason why President Mahama himself had to respond, because it is going the whole world. One person, the sector minister, will come and respond to it. So no President Mahama no respond there. Kwame, it will catch fire. The whole world, and I say, when you understand the say the man is out to fight the very narcotic in the country. Jamaica not say. Yes, It was President Mahama. New tweet was say, government takes all. That's a paragraph 2. Was a government takes all allegations seriously, and to ensure a thorough and transparent investigation, I have directed all relevant investigative agencies, including the Narcotic Control Commission, the police, the National Investigation Bureau, and the National Security Coordinator, to immediately fully collaborate with the Honorable Member of Parliament, so he provides all necessary information to investigate the allegations and take all action necessary to expose any drug dealings. Say you say ro kan ni na person say one e bia na MP propaganda.
Yes.
It is all your propaganda. All these security heads no we deal with you. You understand? And that's one your propaganda. Me we see hu and conform to Omagumi say they should investigate this issue. Kwame, I will tell President Mahama say, "Ye best no. E mane nya na nadu dan koku fo adu de ni binua. Ashawan kuta biometric passport to 2 kwan ye deport no a. Kwame osabe rule this country. Yanti ho hwe a 8 months yanti obi a panini bia yan sake panini bia no. Se Kwame establish say that airmet flight N823 AM 3 AM no Kwame about this country need the preliminary investigation say yes what the minister no sorry the ranking member no can Kwame there's an iota in what he said. The first step has to go Kwame.
But I would see Deputy Director General for NACOB, the Narcotic Control Commission interview and in the year now. So I say national security no Emma Womo the intel. Okay. Uti lawyer Chumbere my
yeah tell me I was listening to him.
Say Wamunya intel say private jet etisa aba this country. NACOB esumai womo kokoye all the investigation and the routine checks are SSO mo nyina with K9 almost sniffing dogs ni ade nyina no omo de call flight ne so oti ase echo search ya omo enhu hwe that same flight no but for president to have directed say womo nkoye further investigation no maybe MP no nim bibia omo NACOB for crowd womo exactly so probably no upon investigation invitation ni ade no kowia they will be able to ascertain say bibi wo hono ma omonya aware as a state institution but for them their initial job by say a year requirement
cleared
yes exactly
almost say omo the person omo say cleared all the bichi and our minister also say something wrong somewhere so that is I'm saying that the President Mahama nipa we to omo say omo investigation say Kwame ankoye partial one na say ekokoye investigation the preliminary one will establish say there was an iota of a year the minister Kwame has to go to Kwame set this a deterrent to the others because Kwame they are putting a power back and it said and not Ben Ekano Kwame me sheme a year then a containers ira ni your ports customs officers or immigration officers or Kwame your police your national security everybody is there. And a container one and you 2 and then your container your chop boss said you go secondary school and will be a vanishing. These are big time containers. Kwame, Ira, what's the committee baby? Kwame, committee baby now sababete abra containers na Irano. There's some process Kwame one has to go through and start what to be a you normal. And you didn't conform a containers na Irano. Kwame, see you go through the process. And you container did few honoma. And Kofua through our office, we have to question them. Kwame, see a good answer, they can be sacked. And as a containers no say Oma go through the process. I mean that was stolen. So security agencies are honor and you did a container and it to be we as our containers. So Kwame has must be road.
Now let me bust your bubble. Ye di gusu a ye di nkomoya ye jumedi. We've also intercepted another document.
Okay.
This letter is on the letterhead of the Ministry of Energy, written on the 19th of February 2025. Superintendent of Police, Marine, Ports, okay, Department of the Ghana Police Service. Request for immediate clearance of 75 containers owned by Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, at the port. Reference is made to the directive dated 30th December 2024. Okay? One more day reference letter no ABA issued by the Marine Ports and Railways Department of the Ghana Police Service in Tema. The Ghana Revenue Authority Customs Division, Tema, okay, was instructed to prohibit all clearing agents and agencies except Dawards Bond Limited from clearing containers of consignment belonging to ECG. This directive impacted the Ministry's the Mint Logistics Limited, one of the clearing agents engaged by the ECG to manage the clearance of the containers or consignment on its behalf. As a result, the company was unable to clear 75 containers out of the port to the ECG warehouse necessary to finalize the operation. Given the urgent necessity of these materials for power supply, we respectfully request your assistance in facilitating the clearance of the 75 containers managed by the Mint Logistics Limited, currently held at the port. These containers have completed all required customs clearance and processes, and all applicable fees have been paid in full. However, their release is still pending due to existing directives despite adherence to all stipulations. We request your directive to be issued to the relevant authorities to facilitate the immediate release of these containers, as their extended stay at the port is causing unnecessary delays and financial repercussions. We, however, advise that this clearance and release should be conducted under the supervision of the technical committee constituted by the ministry to investigate the circumstances leading to the overstay of ECG containers at the port. The declaration bill of entry dated 25th September 2024 from the Ghana Revenue Authority Customs Divisions is attached for reference. We appreciate your immediate attention to this matter. And this was signed by the current Minister for Energy, John Jinapo. And he opened the toffer. What it means is that on the 19th of February, this year, Minister Nankasa directed said yenyi sa 75 containers.
December.
No, this month. Last 2 months, which is February. Okay. So the minister directed said yenyi sa containers because the content are never containers ECG for they needed it for their work. What you say? And na SSS clearance etimiba after say omotua bibia na SSS omotua. But you see all this correspondence the basic rationale question say sa directives here by plus the 706 at national security for so kofa okay, are all these containers part of the Iran? And now say when he is separate from the Iran. If it is part of the Iran, why is it that the minister and the committee, Minister Nete, did not open up to all of these issues until Sasankrata winner? Because this has just been leaked to us this morning. And Minister Sunyina baby so these are the legitimate questions, Eba. But remember, Doctor, so any allote so, and then we'll be wrapping up with this one. But remember, allote so, Onona Okasa is here. Yes.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
On the issue of press conference now, when it's a ranking member, Reverend in Team Fojo, that's Asin South, MP no, and in minority caucus no, a grantee, What I realize is apart from the issues now, in terms of the airport, what I realize is Nanka or Pushi say yema update on the various issues about.
Okay.
In terms of containers, it's easier containing gold, fake currency, and all the other issues, yema update. Now one me say national security, any BNI, any Yoko no. Mostly omunta enfa media ending komo. Na omu yesa omunjumani su yuya. They channel everything through the Abai lawyer, Attorney General, to carry out with the prosecution. Is that not it?
Yes.
And Nuntina, Attorney General, some few days ago, no, a press conference, MIA update, the same minority. Kessben. Eka wants him, and they were against it. Meboa. They even did a press conference. They challenged in
that was
and they spoke against it.
That was on a different issue. That was on the Dubois issue.
It's the same thing. Dubois too was also involved in money laundering. The same thing. Who kind no, okay. So alleged to also be involved, but the question allegations. And I say, play now, Landi or airport. Do you have concrete evidence? Okay. Exactly. Because allegations, about a Dubai case, it also involves allegation of what money laundering. One, it is Attorney General and in the office or my update on all these issues. All these criminal alleged criminal issues in Nana. Mostly, hey, I forgot the press conference say it should come. We should come back and give you updates. In America, say national security per their operation. What name? NIB and I say BNI and the other places. They will not come and grant any press conference with the media. Okay. Mostly it's done by the OSP. Yes, and I'm saying we have the Attorney General also giving us update. And they say if you are let's let's know what you want because the we know and NDC like Mama a tweet on the page, I don't know whether it was a Facebook page and I say on his Twitter page, we take every allegation serious. And one thing I always say, the ranking member in Team Forge should help us to provide further and better particulars. Now, the state agencies, those who are in charge of all those search, RSC or those involved in all cases. So it should make himself available for this issue.
My time national is Doc, just under 1 minute, sure. Na my time national.
Yes, Speaker. Ghana at a particular point in time was the gateway for cocaine into Europe. Ghana at a particular point in time was the gateway for cocaine into Europe. Okaya in the early 2000s. Na Oshe and Sema Omodubetu Dra. I think that we need clarity on this cocaine bust. We really need clarity on it because I'm also hearing in some quarters say the consignment no mochi no. And I said the real value of the consignment is over that 350 million. The quantity is over. But it is reported that it's 3,300 kilograms. Ebimu Susa Akase is about 5,000 kilograms. Ebimu Kase is 6,000. So we need clarity on that. Okay. What is written in the various news outlets in India, 3,300. Okay. But what is also around the political arena, I don't know whether it's propaganda. So we need to really fact check all these things. And this is the job of the media and all of us to be able to extrapolate the truth in this regard. So that at least, say, I cheat 6,000. I can't say I cheat 6,000. But I am trying to have. Now you have, you declare half, now half no dear, na minimum idea. Or money by here. Now, says speaker says, Chrome had the baby to me see.
All right.
Then speaker, the member can say, what was it's not only about this cocaine issue, but also the abuse of opioids by youth. A very critical issue. I say, your Ministry of Health, any your man on making sure say he should strengthen our security at the very ports.
Well. Doc, Bamenda was say I'm grateful. That's right. And then your word, Mother Day. And this is a great woman by all standards. She's a very nice woman, very, very pretty. Baby mother. I want to wish Mrs. Sarah Amofa Jantua a very big happy birthday. Over Panopenya Misha, we wish you the best of your new year. Your husband, Chairman Amofa Jantua. Chairman, welcome Chelsea. Together with the family, Anope, Womunina will show the best of your new age. We celebrate you on your new age. We pray for God's blessings and strength upon your life with good health and prosperity. Right into the Monchopa, now when you're God bless you. This is Abufajan. I mean, we say the chief executive at the Ghana Enterprise Agency. Mami Mago, Margaret and say a very big happy birthday. Mago, it's your birthday today. From us at Kessben, we celebrate you this morning. God bless you so much. Not wanting anymore, and we wish you the best. Happy birthday. And a big one to George Aqua, aka to Kwame. I told your birthday this morning. I don't pay, I celebrate you. You're a very hard working guy. I don't pay from the wife. I've been your queen. I mean, on your case here. God bless you. Sister Coach of Afro Bar and Grill. I watch on time market. I don't pay. We wish you the best of your new age. Happy birthday to you. God bless you. We need to Kwame Appiah Kubi. On behalf of my team, I want to say a very big thank you for staying with us. The Brian shots here basically this time. Say joy your happiness with mid-production. We'll be back again to serve you and to serve the nation. Stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning, Ghana.
Radio station that other radio stations listen to.
Yare manipa to baha ewa brabo imu ama me ni wansere ne fi yare enu nti na ye di sa adwumadie kese ebremu Kessben clinic ewo Kessben 92.9 ene Kessben plus TV so ye ni doctors akuku dam ene hia ha kwese da wei ene kwese da bia abodonko apa ho sima aduasa ekosi no omsa omba